Vascular Doctor reveals 5 foods that unclogged your leg arteries. Introduction. The silent threat in your legs. Asterisk. Do you ever get that deep aching cramp in your calves when you're walking, maybe just to the mailbox or around the grocery store, a tired, heavy feeling that makes you stop and take a break before you can go on? Or maybe you've noticed your feet are always cold no matter how many pairs of socks you're wearing. Perhaps a small cut on your shin just takes forever to heal. These aren't just the random aches and pains of getting older, they're warning signs. They're your body's way of telling you that the vital highways inside your legs, your arteries, are getting narrowed. Asterisk. I am a vascular surgeon. For over 2 decades I've dedicated my life to the intricate network of blood vessels that keep us going. My days are spent in the operating room fighting to save limbs. I've seen firsthand the devastating consequences of what happens when blood flow to the legs gets choked off. The medical term for this is peripheral artery disease, or PAD, but I like to think of it in simpler terms. Imagine the plumbing in your house over the years. Rust and minerals build up inside the pipes. At first it's a small thing, maybe the water pressure drops a little, but if you ignore it, that buildup, that plaque keeps growing, narrowing the pipe until only a trickle of water can get through. Eventually the pipe can block completely. Now picture that same thing happening inside your leg arteries. These are the pipes carrying oxygen-rich blood from your heart down to the muscles and skin in your legs and feet. A sticky fatty substance, also called plaque, starts to build up on the artery walls. This process is called atherosclerosis, and it's a silent, slow-motion thief. It robs your legs of the oxygen they desperately need. In the beginning you might not notice a thing, but as the blockages get worse, your leg muscles start to starve for oxygen when you use them, like when you walk. That's what causes that cramping pain, a condition we call claudication. It is a cry for more blood. As the disease progresses, the symptoms can become constant and more dangerous. You might feel pain even when you're resting. Your skin might get shiny pale, or even take on a bluish tint. Hair growth on your legs might slow down or stop. Little sores can pop up on your feet and refuse to heal simply because there isn't enough blood flow to do the job. This is the reality I confront every week. I meet good people who are facing the terrifying possibility of amputation because the plumbing in their legs has failed, and the tragedy is, for so many, this could have been prevented. The plaque buildup that leads to PAD is heavily influenced by our lifestyle, what we eat, if we smoke, and how much we move. While my job often involves high-tech procedures like stents and bypasses to physically open these blocked arteries, I've always believed that the best medicine starts long before anyone sees the inside of an operating room. It starts in your kitchen. It starts on your plate. After years of treating the end stage of this disease, I've become passionate about the preventative power of food. I've seen the studies and the real-world impact on patients who decide to make a change today. I'm not here to talk about complex surgeries. I'm here to share a secret that doesn't need a prescription. I'm going to reveal 5 powerful foods you can find in any grocery store. Scientific research has shown these foods can help fight back against plaque, improve the health of your artery walls, and boost blood flow to your legs and feet. Think of them as your internal plumbing crew, working to keep your arteries flexible and open for business. This isn't a fad diet. This is about making smart, targeted choices to protect some of the most important blood vessels in your body. So let's get started. Section 1. The pungent protector. Garlic. First up is a humble yet incredibly potent ingredient that's been praised for its medicinal properties for thousands of years. It is in almost every cuisine around the world and is probably in your kitchen right now. I'm talking about garlic. Beyond its ability to elevate a simple pasta sauce, garlic is a cardiovascular powerhouse. Its benefits are profound, and they work in a few fascinating ways. The hero compound in a clove of garlic is a sulfur compound called allicin. It's what gives garlic its famous pungent aroma. Allicin only forms when garlic is crushed or chopped, so how you prep it really matters, but more on that in a minute. So, how does it work? First, garlic helps relax and widen your blood vessels. Think back to our plumbing analogy. If you could make your pipes wider, more water would flow through with less pressure. That's what garlic does for your arteries. Researchers believe our red blood cells turn the sulfur in garlic into a gas called hydrogen sulfide, which helps relax the muscles lining our blood vessels, causing them to widen. This process, called vasodilation, means blood flows more freely, which can also help lower blood pressure for someone with PAD. This widening effect can be a game changer, letting more oxygen-rich blood reach those struggling leg muscles. But that's not all. Some studies suggest garlic has mild antiplatelet effects. helping to make the blood less sticky. The rough surface of plaque can cause platelets to clump together, forming a clot. Compounds in garlic may help reduce this stickiness, allowing blood to flow more smoothly through narrowed arteries. While it's no substitute for prescribed medications, it's a powerful supportive effect. The impact is so swift it can be measured in a lab just hours after you eat them. Studies have shown that beet juice can cause a significant spike in nitric oxide levels in the blood in under an hour. This isn't a long-term gradual effect. It is a near immediate response. You drink beet juice, and your body starts making more of the molecule that widens your blood vessels. It is that direct. What does this mean for your legs? In the short term, it can lead to a temporary improvement in blood flow, which could make walking less painful. Over the long term, regular consumption helps maintain this relaxed state, contributing to lower blood pressure and better circulatory health. The research on PAD patients is especially exciting. One study looked at patients who drank beet juice before walking. The results were astounding. The juice helped them walk further, and with less pain, likely because the nitric oxide boost delivered more oxygen to their working muscles. It improved their exercise tolerance, creating a positive loop. The beets helped them walk, and walking is one of the best treatments for PAD. Had a patient, Frank, a tough retired police officer, but PAD had brought him to his knees. He could barely make it across a parking lot without terrible cramps. I suggested he try a small glass of beet juice about an hour before his walk. He called it his rocket fuel. At first he noticed a small difference. He could walk a little longer. That small increase was a huge psychological victory. Over months, his walking distance steadily grew. The beet juice did not cure him, but it broke the vicious cycle of pain and inactivity. It was the catalyst that let the most important therapy, walking, work its magic. You can roast beets, grate them raw into salads, or for the most concentrated dose, juice them. A small 4 to 5 ounce glass is plenty. And a quick heads up, do not be alarmed if your urine or stool turns pink or red afterward. It is a harmless and common thing called bacteria. Think of beets as a targeted boost for your circulation. Mid-video call to action. If you are finding this information valuable, take a second to click that subscribe button below. You will get more science-backed health advice just like this, designed to empower you to live a healthier life. Do not miss out. Click subscribe now and let us continue this journey together. Section 4. The Indulgent Improver, Dark Chocolate. Now for our fourth food. I have some news that might surprise and delight you. We are going to talk about a food often seen as a guilty pleasure. But when you choose the right kind, it is a fantastic ally for your arteries. I am talking about high-quality dark chocolate. Me be clear, I am not giving you a license to eat candy bars. The magic is specifically in dark chocolate with a high cacao content, 70% or higher. The higher the percentage, the better. The cacao bean itself is loaded with powerful compounds called flavonoids. These plant-based molecules are magnificent for your cardiovascular system. Like our other foods, they help boost nitric oxide production. The flavonoids in dark chocolate stimulate the lining of your arteries to produce more nitric oxide, which, as we now know, leads to relaxed, wider blood vessels and improved blood flow. But the flavonoids do more. They are also potent antioxidants. The bad LDL cholesterol becomes truly dangerous when it gets oxidized. Think of it like cellular rust. Oxidized LDL is much more likely to stick to the artery wall and start forming plaque. The flavonoids in dark chocolate act like a protective shield, helping to prevent that oxidation in the first place. This means less gunk has a chance to stick to your pipes. I often have patients who struggle with dietary changes because they feel deprived. One patient, Susan, a retired teacher with a terrible sweet tooth, was diagnosed with early-stage PAD. The thought of giving up her evening treat felt like a punishment. When I told her she could have a small amount of dark chocolate, her eyes lit up. I instructed her to buy chocolate that was at least 70% cacao, and set a limit: 1 or 2 small squares a day. This small, sanctioned indulgence made her other dietary changes feel manageable. She replaced her nightly ice cream with a couple of squares of rich, intense, dark chocolate. Not only was she satisfying her craving, but she was actively consuming compounds that were helping her arteries. It was a win-win that helped her stay on track. When choosing your dark chocolate, read the label. You want cacao listed as the first ingredient. A daily portion of about 20 to 30 grams, a few small squares, is all you need in mindful moderation. High cacao dark chocolate is a delicious science-backed tool to help protect your arteries. Section 5. The humble powerhouse beans. Our fifth and final food is one of the most underrated and affordable foods on the planet. It is a staple for cultures known for longevity and is packed with artery-supporting power. I am talking about beans and legumes. Black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, lentils, all of them. If you want to be proactive against narrowed arteries, beans should be your best friend. Their power comes from a magical ingredient, soluble fiber. You have heard fiber is good for you, but soluble fiber plays a specific crucial role when you eat beans. This fiber dissolves in your digestive tract and forms a thick gel. This gel has a remarkable property. It binds to cholesterol in your gut and prevents it from being absorbed into your bloodstream, instead of circulating and sticking to your artery walls. This excess cholesterol is trapped by the fiber and escorted right out of your body. It is one of the most effective ways to lower your bad LDL cholesterol through diet. Countless studies have shown that eating beans is an excellent way to manage cholesterol levels and significantly reduces the risk of clogged arteries for someone with PAD. Reducing the amount of cholesterol entering the system is a fundamental first step. The benefits also extend to your gut microbiome. The fiber in beans acts as a prebiotic, the perfect food for your good gut bacteria. As these microbes feast on the fiber, they produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids, which have system-wide anti-inflammatory effects. By feeding your gut microbes with beans, you are cultivating an internal anti-inflammatory pharmacy that helps calm the inflammation within your artery walls. I worked with a patient named Michael, a 55-year-old accountant with high cholesterol who was starting to get calf pain. We made one simple goal: add 1 serving of beans to his diet every day. He started by adding black beans to his salad. Then he made lentil soup for the week. He swapped ground beef in his chili for kidney and pinto beans. The results from his blood work over the next year were staggering. His LDL cholesterol dropped over 20 points. Most importantly, the pain in his legs had virtually disappeared on his evening walks. Incorporating beans is easy. Aim for at least half a cup a day. If you are using canned beans, get the no salt added versions and give them a good rinse. They are a versatile, filling, and deeply nourishing food that works tirelessly to lower your cholesterol and fight inflammation. Bonus section: Beyond the Plate, Essential Lifestyle Armor. We have covered 5 incredible foods, but to truly build a defense against PAD, we have to look beyond the plate. Food is a powerful tool, but it works best as part of a pro-circulation lifestyle. First, and I cannot be more direct, you must stop smoking. If you eat all the beets in the world but still smoke, you are taking 1 step forward and 10 steps back. The chemicals in tobacco are poison to your arteries. They directly damage the delicate lining, making your blood thicker and stickier. Quitting is the most powerful thing you can do for your circulation. Second, move your body, specifically walk. I know it is a paradox when walking causes pain, but it is the most effective therapy we have. When you walk to the point of pain, your body gets a powerful signal to grow new, smaller blood vessels to bypass the blockages. This is your body's natural bypass system. Start small, walk until the pain begins. Rest and repeat. Aim for 30 to 50 minutes most days of the week. Third, stay hydrated. Water is a forgotten nutrient for circulatory health. When you are dehydrated, your blood gets thicker, making it harder for your heart to pump it through narrowed arteries. Finally, manage your stress. Chronic stress floods your body with hormones that drive inflammation and raise blood pressure. Finding healthy ways to cope, whether it is meditation, deep breathing, or spending time in nature, is a medical necessity for protecting your vascular system. Conclusion: your path to open arteries. So, there you have it, a pharmacy of powerful arteries supporting foods right in your grocery store. We have covered garlic, which helps relax your blood vessels and smooth out blood flow. We have seen how leafy greens provide the raw materials for nitric oxide, your body's master vasodilator. We have learned how beets can give you a potent and rapid boost in circulation, making activity easier. We have given ourselves permission to enjoy dark chocolate, whose protect our arteries, and we have celebrated beans, which pull bad cholesterol out of your body and fight inflammation. These foods are not a magic cure, but they are your allies when you combine them with essential lifestyle changes: quitting smoking, walking daily, staying hydrated, and managing stress. You create a powerful synergy. You are not just slowing the disease, you are actively promoting your body's incredible ability to heal. The journey to better circulatory health begins with a single choice, a single meal. It is about deciding you are worth the effort. You have the power to help support the highways in your legs and send life-giving blood flowing freely. All T.